Baby, lay on back and relax. Kick your pretty feet up on my dash. No need to go nowhere fast. Let's enjoy right here where we at. Who knows where this road is supposed to lead? We got nothing but time. As long as you right here next to me, everything's gonna be alright. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be.
Michael, thank you, and he started with a coffee. Thank you very much for being man on the street. And Iskandar, I hear that firstly you are perhaps the #1 AC Milan fan in the country. Would you dare say that?
Well, I would love to. But
and how immediately how did you become an AC Milan fan?
Okay, it was actually after the '94 World Cup, because most of the Italian football team was comprised of Milan players, especially in the defenders. My idol would be Paolo Maldini, and still is. And then now meeting one of them, I mean, part of Milan team as well. It's a dream come true for me.
Okay, so that's how you started off.
Yeah.
Firstly, I mean, we'll straight bite into it. I mean, you sent some really good questions. Go at it straight.
Well, I mean, you've been into, you played with Chelsea for 9 years, and you have a stint in Real Madrid. And coming to AC Milan, how was the experience? I mean, like when you first stepped into San Siro, how was the experience?
I mean, it was very good. I mean, Milan is one of the biggest clubs, still the biggest club. The name is still there, and I had the chance to, to represent them. I mean, for me, it was a big honor, and I mean, San Siro is one of the biggest places to play, and I mean, it was a pleasure.
And how much difference it is from Santiago Bernabeu to San Siro? Tell us something that we don't know.
I mean, I would say the difference is Santiago Bernabeu is bigger.
Bigger, yes.
It's bigger fans, but San Siro is San Siro. I mean,
which one gets your
the goosebump?
The goosebump. I mean, I would say both.
Both.
I would say both.
Okay.
I mean,
You've seen the best of the Curva Sud, when actually especially during the Della Madonnina. So. I know.
What's the
I mean, the Milan Derby, and also the El Clasico. So, I mean, comparing to between these two derbies, which one will have more intense on you? And I think, which one would you remember the most, and the experience that comes with it?
I mean, I would say I'm lucky enough to play the Milan Derby. I didn't know they shared the same stadium until I went there. And, I mean, playing there was it was good. Thank God I didn't lose. I didn't lose against them, and then
So
playing the El Clasico. I mean, El Clasico
is El Clasico.
It's different, and the rivalry between Madrid and Barcelona. I mean, it's something crazy. I remember when I was there, I went to this restaurant,
right?
And everybody who works there is a Madrid fan.
Oh.
And they found out that there is one Barcelona fan, and he got sacked. He got sacked.
Serious?
I was like,
this is just purely because they found out he was a Barcelona fan.
Because he's a Barcelona
and he
fan.
loses his job.
He got sacked.
He got sacked. Oh,
okay. Anyways, Michael, having played in these derbies and Clásicos and everything, as you mentioned, it's very different in terms of how to compare it. You can't compare it.
No,
right?
you cannot compare.
You cannot. They're very different in terms of culture and everything. But I would like to go to Chelsea before that. How big is the rivalry with the London clubs? In terms of whether you play Arsenal, whether you play Spurs?
I mean, it's hard to tell because we have a lot of, London clubs, and most every game is a derby. You play Fulham, it's a derby. You play West Ham, you play Tottenham. But I think our biggest will be, West Ham and Tottenham. And obviously, Arsenal is one of the top clubs, so it makes it more intense in terms of football. But, I mean, when I went there, they had like 5-6 clubs in London, and every time it's like a derby, but it's just a normal derby. It's not crazy like playing Inter or playing Barcelona, or Athletic.
Which match reminds you of Michael Essien when you just go back in a Milan jersey?
I mean, the easy question would be the derby, of course, and also the match against Sampdoria and also Juventus.
And the reason?
And the reason, I mean, like you mentioned, I have to agree with that. He never loses, you know. He never loses the
didn't
game.
lose against Inter, so good.
It's a good vibe. And
But I lost
people will
against
like
Juventus, though. They were too good at that time.
Juventus are always too good.
And coming back, as I asked you earlier about, how did you get the call with AC Milan?
Yes.
I would love to know.
Actually, the call came from one of my best friends. I mean, it's like a brother, Sule Muntari.
Already,
Muntari.
yes, Muntari, yes.
So,
I thought so.
He just called you
It
up.
was easy, yeah. And I had a call from Seedorf as well.
Seedorf, yes.
He was the
Clarence.
manager at that time, and I kind of knew him before he went to Milan, so it was quite easy, straightforward.
So just a call, say,
Just a call.
Michael, they're really interested in you. Are you interested?
Yeah.
Manager wants to sign you. It's as simple as that.
And for me, you know, like me and Sule, we are very close.
Yes.
And we've always said, it would be nice to play in the same club in Europe. So when the call came,
That's the fishing rod.
yeah,
Yes, I did that. I was just about to ask, you know.
you know, that's how it happens.
Okay, and then just coming back to Italian league, this is a more serious bit. Racism. How bad it is.
How bad
you for the fact that you've traveled even to Southeast Asia now, you're playing, you've still contracted to Persib Bandung as we speak. How bad it is, because we're going to Italy first because we've seen it. We've seen Boateng react to it before.
Yes.
I mean, we have been fighting racism. I mean, you know, it's not very nice to see it on the football pitch, especially when you have kids around. I remember we went away to Atalanta.
Atalanta, yes.
We were playing, I was at the bench. We were playing, at some point they start throwing bananas on the pitch to Nigel Jiyong and stuff like that, and Sule. And it was quite uncomfortable. I mean, it's not very nice.
In comparison, is it better the situation at Spain and England, or is it the same?
No, in England, no. I mean, England,
Zero. You almost saw none.
Yeah, England.
It's good.
No. Well, with my time there, and even I'm still kind of go land back and forth. No.
And in Spain?
In Spain, I
Didn't receive any. So it's,
didn't,
at this point in your life, it's only Italy in your career.
It was one time when I was in France. One time. That was
Bastia.
it. Yeah, that was it really. And then it happens in Italy, which was quite bad.
And in the World Cup, when you played for Ghana, did you face any of this? No problem.
I didn't face any risk.
Fantastic.
I think the problem is only in Serie A because it's quite prevalent over there.
Yeah,
it's very.
Balotelli
Balotelli was
quite
also
often,
something.
I think recent, like last year, it happened to my friend as well, Sule, where he got very angry because
fact,
there was a kid next to the guy,
Right.
who was saying that, you know, and it was not nice when you have a kid next to you saying stuff like that.
It's
I mean,
bad.
that got him very angry.
Are they doing enough to try and prevent it from happening, or eventually prevent it from happening?
I think they have to. I mean, they have to because racism have no place in football. Not only in football, in life in general. So I think they have to do more to stop it. I mean, we are fighting it, so we are trying to do our best to kind of make it better.
So how excited were you when you heard the rumors that Michael Essien was moving to AC Milan?
You know, he was already a big name, a legend in Chelsea, and of course we wanted him to become part of our midfield. That is why, and when he came, it was actually a dream come true. And his arrival was presented by publicity over there, and we follow it closely. And you know, is there any way that if there's an opportunity for you to come back, you know, maybe in a different capacity, would you go back and, you know?
He's asking you, would you be a manager?
A manager would be it's a far fetch, but something to do with.
No, but I mean,
one of the
Milan is
Batista.
Milan. It's a big brand, so I mean, if I have to go back for different reasons, I mean, I will not refuse. I'll be happy to go back.
Thank you, Iskandar.
You're welcome.
Pleasure to have a Milan fan on board.
Mine
do you
as
know?
well.
Do you know it's the first time we're having an Italian fan on Man on the Street?
Oh, seriously?
Yes.
No, we are honored actually.
Yeah. He takes a special request.
Bring your brother, no? Hey, Tarista.
On the floor, talking to the athlete. Mine, I'm so close to the gun that I can steal the stash sheets.
901 Shelby Drive, look alive, look alive. Came up on this side.